These students are from the International Maritime University of Panama. It's home to 1,200 students who are hoping to work at the country's most valuable resource, the Panama Canal. The school, which became the official university of the Republic of Panama in 2005, has had a great helping hand from a school in Massachusetts.
The connection between MMA and UMIP started in 2007 when we commenced the interchange program of our students and our professors and instructors going to MMA. In that year, we commenced the program going to the orientation week.
Mass Maritime Academy in Buzzards Bay and the Panama Maritime School, known as UMIP, have shared a bond for more than a decade. Now, UMIP students are getting the chance to step on Mass Maritime CS Kennedy, which recently traveled through the Panama Canal on its annual sea term trip. The two schools joined forces after the Panama School started searching for an international partner.
And one of the greatest advantages that we have taken is like to improve in our leadership area, let's say the Corps of Cadets, the different kind of activities that we develop here in the university, team building, leadership, and of course, several academic activities.
Rodrigo Baxter is a professor at the International Maritime University of Panama and was a student when the partnership started. He and other students traveled to Mass Maritime as part of a program that still exists to this day. Panama's cadets traveled to Massachusetts for a month, immersing themselves in American culture while gaining important skills. They also may get some practical training on board the TS Kennedy during a mini cruise from Buzzards Bay to New York City.
I participated as a freshman at that time, so I was studying here in the academy, and we were in there to participate as a cadets. There were several cadets that went at that time. They were senior year, freshman, sophomore, all the levels.
Professor Baxter now runs the school's navigation area, which includes a ship simulator used by the UMIP cadets. Since the connection started in 2007, UMIP students have gotten more involved at Mass Maritime. 2 UMIP students spent all 54 days on MMA's Big Sea Term trip this year. 7 others joined the ship in Panama in what's called the showback, a special ceremony in the life of a cadet.
It was like a big deal for us.
For Gabriel Carmenitis, the trip was a life-changing experience.
We had the opportunity to practice like the things we're gonna do in our whole career, like maintenance, navigational watches, utility, doing utility. Also, I witnessed where was the departure maneuver from Golfito, Costa Rica to Panama. Also, we did a ceremony that is called shellback. So shellback is when you're like a first timer on crossing the equator, you gotta do a ceremony called shellback. And we had the opportunity to do that. It was like pretty amazing.
It's huge. I couldn't even imagine like doing this major without having that ship.
That's MMA Marine Engineering Senior Christina Ruggieri. She appreciates how important the TS Kennedy is to her education, something Mass Maritime has provided to UMIP students. She spent 54 days on the 540-foot ship in January and February. MMA's sea term this year was unique as students get to experience a trip through the canal, something that only happens every 4 years. Ruggieri finally got that experience on her 4th sea term.
Like it's not something that everyone gets to do, so I was very excited to like see it for the first time.
Ruggieri and the 2 UMIP cadets on the full sea term started at Buzzards Bay and went toward the canal. After the showback ceremony, the ship went to Curacao before heading back to Tampa, Florida, and back to Buzzards Bay. Ruggieri is now friends with some of the students from UMIP.
A lot of the Panamanians that like were on the ship with me that like I know, they have a lot of dads that are pilots in the canal. So like that was like a cool experience because we would be like, oh, that's so-and-so's dad like on the bridge right now. And it's just like, it's a cool experience.
Ruggeri hopes to graduate soon, but the Coast Guard exam has been postponed amid the coronavirus outbreak.
It doesn't matter if you study here in Panama or you study in the United States. At the end, you will have to comply with all the same skills and the different capacities in order to work on board a vessel.
Professor Baxter knows how important the connection between MMA and UMIP is for the students from Panama, despite having one of the biggest maritime resources in their backyard. UMIP tries to mix its traditions with lessons from MMA, something that's important to cadets who will often work within other cultures. At the same time, UMIP has been able to bring a little bit of Panama to Buzzards Bay.
Last year at the academy, in our experience, it was the first time that the Panamanian national anthem was sung at the academy. So it was like a very, very big deal. I was in charge of singing the national anthem, and I won't lie, I was nervous at first, but I felt like really proud because it was like something that you don't do usually. Singing your national anthem outside of your country is like a very big deal.
Mass Maritime and its Panamanian partner offer co-op programs for MMA students. The cadets get to board ships on the canal and are housed on UMIP's campus. MMA students also get to interact with many of the school's alumni working on the canal. Our partnership bridging schools and cultures and benefiting everyone involved. Reporting from Panama City, Matt Cunha, Northeastern University.